Greggy, we're back.
We're back in the New York groove.
NRL, mate. Look, we missed it.
It's
upon us, and it's I feel like one of those kids that you count down the nights till Christmas, and this is it.
Yeah, it's the hopes and dreams of ordinary men.
And like you said,
I've thrown in 2 songs already.
Yeah, you did, mate. Well done.
Done well.
I want to hear a few more before the night's over.
You will.
But look, everyone's starting from scratch,
Which is always good.
The Titans are very close to the Roosters at the moment.
Well, at the moment, I think the Titans are Gold Coast and the Roosters are Sydney, so G's in front of S, so they're in front of them on the table as far as I'm aware.
But look, let's get into the nuts and bolts. What are you looking forward to the most this year, mate?
I'm just looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to a big season, and a big season from the Dragons.
Thanks, Rob.
But no, I'm looking forward to the season full stop. I like watching Thursday night rugby league. My problem with Thursday night rugby league is the crowds aren't big, but I love watching it.
Yeah.
Because it's something to do on a Thursday friggin' night.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a bit of a lull in sport, but anyway,
What about you? What are you looking forward to?
Oh, for me, mate, it's just honestly that bit of a lull, after the cricket and the there's no NRL, I guess, trials and other games, the Indigenous All Stars and so forth. But it's into the nitty gritty. It's a real.
Well, let's bring it on.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
All right, we kick it off, Greggy, on Thursday. Strop, you've got to keep your hat on.
No.
This could be your little trademark here. You might make millions out of this. We kick off on the Thursday night. We've got the Eels and the Bulldogs.
We do. The EP's running in the background there, and we've got the Eels and the Bulldogs. And straight away, we look at the sides. I think they won all last year. I think Eels won early in the season, and then Bulldogs came home with a flying sail at the end of the year, winning 5 of their last 7 games, beat them near the end of the season. I can't see that happening in this first game. I think the Eels have bought well this year.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs have lost Kieran Foran.
Yeah,
It's a struggle. What do you reckon there? I'm not giving them a tip sheet, but I just see that panning out that way. Yourself?
I think that you're right. The Eels, they came from 2018 to Wooden Spoon to giving it a real big shake in 19. A lot of people have backed them for this year.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with their halves. Moses and Brown.
Yeah, Hooker's good.
Mahoney. I would be surprised if he plays for Queensland probably next year or the year after. And they've got a good spine happening with Gutherson as well.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get up. I don't think it's going to be an easy win, but I think Canterbury will certainly not $3.25. I'd imagine the Eels probably by about 8 to 10 points.
Yeah, I'm going with the same. Okay, let's move on. Second game.
This one's last year it was at the Gold Coast. I remember it was pouring down rain. Canberra, it was Titans versus Canberra last year.
Yep.
It's in the nation's capital this year. What do you reckon?
You look at the Raiders side, and the big question marks to me are Curtis Scott in for Leilua, and also in the... who else have they bought there? They've got rid of...
They've got George Williams. They've got the
they got rid of Aiden Caesar, and they brought in George Williams, the halfback from England. So they're 2 big ins and outs that can work either really well for them or really badly as such. So I'm looking forward to watching how those 2 play, George Williams and also on Curtis Scott.
Yeah. Look, I guess on another... Talking about Curtis Scott, he can think himself probably pretty lucky to be playing this week after what's happened, I guess, in the past with other guys, Mitchell Pearce, Todd Carney coming to mind.
Yeah.
The Titans,
very lucky.
They had their own admission of poor season, a really bad season in 2019. The only way is up for them. New coach Justin Holbrook.
I think a song there yourself.
Yeah, thank you. We'll see how many we get by the end of the night.
Yep.
I still think the Canberra should win.
I'm pretty confident.
And I'd imagine it'll be an improved performance by the Titans.
18 points.
I think you mentioned off camera a minute ago it'd be a really disappointing start if the Titans went down there and got beaten by 40 or something.
Yeah, any side that gets beaten by 40 in the first game. I cannot see any side here we go, early statement for the year. Any side that gets beaten by 30 or 40 in the first 2 rounds cannot win the comp.
All right.
Easy statement.
The other, thanks Nostradamus. The other game on Friday, the local derby, and this is going to be a beauty because
it is.
The Cowboys christened their home stadium. It's been a long time coming.
It looks like a fantastic stadium. My wife's family's from up there. She's from up there. The whole town's buzzing. It's going to be a sellout, obviously. It's about 28,000, I think, the new ground holds.
Yep.
So it'll be huge. The Cowboys got done by the Broncos both times last year, so there's a little bit of revenge there. Holmes, that's huge, watching Holmes play. Yep. Actually, the 2 fullbacks will be interesting. If Holmes plays fullback, which is expected, and Jack Bird plays fullback, that'll be 2 good contests to watching those 2 guys play. Yep. And so, you look Holmes and Croft. Croft being the new buy for the Broncos, expect a lot out of him. They expect a lot out of home. So yeah, it'll be really interesting. What do you reckon?
Look, both sides underperformed last year, and both those guys you mentioned, Croft and Holmes, are probably carrying a lot of the weight and of expectation for their sides. Broncos didn't really have a stable halves pairing, and I think Holmes is a world-class player, and obviously he had a year out in the NFL, but it'll be interesting to see how he just fits back in. In 2018 was arguably his best season with Cronulla. He's a class player.
So who do you reckon?
I think the emotion will get the Cowboys home. But it's going to be a cracker. In 2016, I agree. They had those great games. I think it'll be something similar.
Yeah, I agree. I go for the Cowboys, and Cohen has to have a blinder. Next game.
All right. Well, the Knights and the Warriors. This is probably the hardest one, or one of the hardest ones.
Yeah. Well, Tuivasa-Sheck is in doubt. Big doubt for the game. If he doesn't play, I can't see the Warriors winning. I reckon he's that important to them. I don't think the halves are up to it without him leading them. I'm all over the Knights here.
Right, yeah, look,
I just think the Knights they've got to come out running. Actually, their coach is only brand new. As far as Kearney is concerned, Steve Kearney's concerned, he's under a lot of pressure at the Warriors. O'Brien, he's under a lot of pressure to start with. I think the Knights are easy.
Right, I'm going to take the Warriors here. It's a toss of a coin. I think that they've got about 7 or 8 internationals. The Warriors, they underperformed terribly as they have the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Look, it's a toss of a coin in round 1.
Yep, let's move on then. Next game, straight after that game, and we move straight to the Rabbits and the Sharks. Big game. This is going to be a good game. Really good game. That's poor EP's one of the corona. He's got the Asahi virus, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's got the Asahi. Yeah, Asahi virus. Yeah, this could be a good one. It's going to be interesting life without Gal for the Sharks. And
our Gal, sorry.
Gal, as you like to call him. But look,
he'll still have opinions left, right, and centre. He already has, hasn't he?
The biggest part of this game for me, absolutely, is he's already said that there shouldn't be a 17th team and whatnot. But everyone's entitled to their opinion.
He's about 50.
But the Rabbitohs, I think it's going to be interesting. Obviously, a lot of the spotlight's going to be on Latrell Mitchell, that much publicised move. And he's going to be playing fullback as well. Adam Reynolds is the skipper. Look, a couple of new changes here and there. They've lost some great players. George and Sam just doing something.
You got Josh Morris probably playing one of his few games for Cronulla this year as well, because he'll move on to the Roosters.
Looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
2 seconds ago, I had Sharks in my head. But my big thing is Damien Cook, and I think there's just too much continuity in that Rabbitohs side. I'm going Rabbitohs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Next game. What's on next after that one? That's the 4:30 game, or 5:30 down in New South Wales, and the 7:30/6:30 game is Panthers Roosters. The early 2000s, this used to be the game, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Will it be this year?
Look, Penrith, again, talking about sides, would have been disappointed with their performances in 2019. They're definitely one of those. They won each last year. The Panthers won in 1910 in the first game, 22-6 to the Roosters the second game. I would imagine the Roosters have got too much firepower. There was a lot said about the Roosters getting beaten 58-0 in the trial game. They had a reserve grade team.
I'm on the James Maloney bandwagon. I think sides tend to play, even though he gets roasted and all that, and they play very well with him, and then without him they're not the same. And I know he was going last year. I don't reckon the Panthers they're in with a shot at all in this game.
No, me neither. I think this
could be the blowout. I just got a feeling, everything's on Nathan Cleary, and it might click, but I think it's going to take 5 or 6 weeks. I wouldn't want to play the Panthers in 5 or 6 weeks. I just think it's going to take a while for him to run the show. And right now, the Roosters hit the ground running. They've had their big game over and won the World Club Championship. Yeah. Roosters by plenty.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. 12 plus.
Yep. Next game after that.
This will be a beauty. Two sides that love to hate each other, Manly and Melbourne. And,
what a game.
Look, this is a brookie.
So there's 2 teams here. Sorry, mate. There's 2 teams here. Tigers generally improved by 10 points at Leichhardt, and I reckon Manly are a 10-point better side at Brookvale. Other teams are better at their grounds, but I think we don't emphasise enough with Brookvale. Manly were decimated last year in that semi-final against Sharks and still beat the Gummies. Manly.
All right. Look, Brendan Smith's out for Melbourne for a little while.
Yeah,
Walsh is still
he's
yet to come back.
Yeah. Stimson's a loss too.
Trebojevic, Tom's playing. Obviously, Jake's out. This could be a field goal. I think I'm going to back the Storm on the back of Cameron Smith and Cameron Munster. That's probably the only reason I'm taking them, and it'll be nothing. It'll be
great game, but
it's
really good game.
This could be the game of the round.
Righto, mate. Let's move on. What have we got? We've got the Dragons playing the Tigers. 6 o'clock, 6:15 down south, 5:15 up here in the north. Sunday afternoon, Wollongong Stadium. The Dragons are somehow favourites. Our EP just keeps circling the $1.80. I don't think he likes the $1.80. The last time they played was at the SCG in the first Sunday in September. I still have a TV, but barely after that game.
Look, it's an interesting one from like someone who doesn't support either side, I guess. But it's they've bought reasonably well after losing pretty badly too. I think they've lost probably arguably one of the better centres last year, Masters. West Tigers.
And Ryan Madison.
He played really well. He's one of the Parramatta.
The Leilua brothers now. Both the Leilua brothers.
So that's a...
Dragons.
It depends how Joey plays, I guess, this season.
Reynolds seems full of energy off the bench too. And Joey had a great game in the trial game against the Warriors. He played really well. I watched most of that trial game. He was good. Mbai got injured. It'll be interesting to see whether he'll be available for the game.
There's lots of big ifs too with the Dragons. You've got some
centres. Centres don't make any breaks.
Look, I'm going to take the Dragons. It's at home, and but not with a ton of confidence. I'd imagine it'll be between 2 to 6 points.
Yeah, I reckon it's a tough game. I'm going to have to go for the Dragons.
Not like you, Strop, either, is it? Yeah. Look, they're our picks this week, and see how you go with yours too. Look, it's hard to pick in the first week's drop, isn't it?
No, it's hard to pick, but I'm confident that we can get more than 0 out of 8.
Well, I'm not. Actually, we will. One of us will get more.
Yes, because we've gone against each other.
We're combining our picks.
We're geniuses.
But look, like us, I'm sure you're happy to see the lead back, and we'll be continuously
previewing every game, and then
previewing our games.
Previewing, and then soon we'll be also post-morteming the games.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, thanks folks. See you soon.
Bye.